Uh, Hi, I'm going to explain about how Talent fingerprint module and fingerprint algorithm will work. So currently whatever we're looking is R305 fingerprint module, so which will send serial data. Uh, Internally it's having a certain processor, so we are going to communicate that processor through USB. So every PC will be having serial data transfer RS-232s, but the laptops don't have this. So for that reason I am using this USB to serial data transfer. This is a USB to RS-232 converter, so which will convert to RS-232 levels actually. So this one is a RS-232 module, so which we designed for data transfer between PC and RS-232 module. So this RS-232 module is having optical sensors inside. So whenever we scan it, optical light will comes up. It will scan all finger rips and all, and it converts levels to understandable level for the PC. So through this we will transfer to through USB to the PC. So here we have designed a particular application for the development purpose. So this is the development, whatever you seen is a development board, and this one is a development application. In this development application you can see the three parts. One is the registration form, next one is a matching, next one is a hardware call flow. Hardware call flow is basically for debugging purpose we have designed. So whatever the text field we are seeing, so whatever the data call flow will in and out from the R305 fingerprint module, everything will be seen on here. So first one is scanning, next one is get character, next one is upload, second one is upload character to, so down character compare. This is the call flow which is internally happening through R305 module. Here the employee registration form. So for the experiment wise, I'm giving certain names, and I'm going to check it out how this one will work out. So in this form I'm giving employee name. First one is this, and the employment ID I'm giving is this, and the property assignment tag. Property assignment tag means property assignment tag. Actually, property assignment tag decides that whenever certain object is assigned to that employee, so that object name or object ID certain should be given here. So this is called as a RFID. So internally, whatever the number we are seeing, whenever the reader reads, this number will be transferred to this PC. So in this property assignment tag, usually we will give the RFID. So whenever the finger matches, this RFID number will comes up. Whenever this RFID number will comes up, so we'll check that particular object assigned to the employee, so by going to the stores or something else. So for experiment purpose I am giving just one, otherwise we should be giving a RFID. Actually here this label shows that, so whatever the errors or call flow in and out from R305, whether it's a succeeded or it's a failure, so everything will be shown on here. So next one is a scan finger. So now I'm placing now I'm placing my pinky here. So and then I'm just scanning, I'm just pressing scan button here. So whenever I click scan, you can see at the PC side finger collection succeeded, and the next tab here hardware call flow shows that, so whole data, so entire rips and all is converted into hex file. This entire hex is shown it here. It's not only this one, so if you scroll down you will see huge data. For this particular finger we will get a huge amount of data. This is one of the difficult part in this project. So handling this data is very difficult, and mapping next time, this is the first time, so we got characters for the finger. If employee wanted to check next time, so mapping this one is very difficult, and storing into database and all. So for that we are using certain algorithm for storing this whole data. So this entire data belongs to particular one finger. So I stored Hari employee name, employee ID is 1 2, and property assigned is 1. Property assigning number you can give anything, so I'm assuming it's a RFID. So next I'm giving a so here I stored it here. Next one I'm going to give it as a name as a Gopi, and his employment ID is 34 I'm going to give, and property assignment is certain thing, you can give anything, and finger I want to place is ring finger. So I just placed a ring finger here. So I'm going to click the scan finger button here. So whenever I click scan finger button, so finger collection success. So and you will see this text box. So it's taking some 3 seconds to acquire the whole data, because this module and the PC processing, storing database, this is taking long because of this huge amount of data. So this is for the ring finger. So it's already stored in the database with the name of Gopi, and employee ID is 34. So with these 3 names, this hardware call flow means it's a finger characteristics. This will be stored into the database. Now I'm giving it as third is Giri. Employment ID I'm giving as a 56. So property assigned something we can give. So now I'm placing middle finger. You can see this. I'm placing middle finger and scan finger. So optical light came and finger collection successful, and you will see the complete data. So this complete data is against for the middle finger. So the next one I'm giving is this name. Employee ID I'm going to give is this, and I'm going to place index finger here and scan. Optical light came, finger collection successful. So it's the time taken will be basically depends upon the finger what we are placing. So if I place an index, it's taken index finger, it's taken very less time to acquire this whole data. But if it's a thumb or other fingers, it's taking huge time. That means around 3 seconds it's taking. So the next one is I'm giving Shiva. And employee ID I'm giving is 9. So the property assigned you can use something. Now I'm placing thumb here. Scan. Optical light came, finger collection successful, and hardware call flow. So thumb finger is taking a bit more time actually. So waiting for this hardware data. So it came. So the entire data came here. So this whole data is saved into the database. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to verify whether this fingerprint is working properly or not. So the thing is, for let's suppose I'm verifying this Giri. For this Giri, employment ID is 56 and finger given is middle finger. So now I'm searching this 56 for time saving purpose. I take an employee ID. So scan finger. So here I given middle finger. So but I am placing my pinky. You can see this. Okay. And just scan finger. You will see this now. So mismatch it's showing. That means while storing I given as a middle finger, but here I placed my pinky, so it's mismatch. So the hardware call flow also you see, if you get 8 means here it's mismatch. So for the correct purpose I'm giving my middle finger again. You see this, I given my middle finger, I'm pressing scan finger now. So see, employee for Giri, employee name is, so employee ID, this we can change it actually. So this will, this is a complete code which we written for algorithm purpose for extracting whole data. So now I'm going to cross verify the entire details by giving a employee ID. So here the next one is Shiva is and employee ID is with 9 and thumb. So I given here I place in thumb, see this, and I'm pressing scan finger, and finger collection successful. Employee ID is 9 and his name is Shiva. And this hardware call flow, here you can see it's a 0. After 5 it's a 0 means it's success, 8 means failure. So now it's successfully acquired. And I'm going to cross verify this 78 employee ID. So 78, so he given as a index finger. So now I'm placing my index finger here and scanning it. So mapping, it won't take much time. First time only it takes time. Employee ID 7 and his name is Prasad. So index finger, it's correct. So now I'm going to check with this Gopi ring finger. I given employee ID as a 34 and I placed thumb finger instead of ring, and I'm going to scan it now, and let's see what error we are going to get. It's a mismatch. So I'm going to place pinky now, and let's see scan finger. So it's also mismatch. So I'm going to place ring finger because exact one is ring finger, scan finger. His name is Gopi and employee is 34. So this is a proper one. So this is how it will work. So whatever examples I shown that it's working properly, and we can cross verify once again with employee ID 12. I given employee ID 12 and given pinky and wanna scan, and you see at the screen side, so it's a heavy, employee is 1, and this is a call flow. So this is a complete it's a just a development application. So this hardware call flow decides for scanning finger, whenever you scan, the data will be in module only. So that is in a 256 by 256 image format. That image format we should convert into characters. So I have given one tab. When I click this, that complete image will convert into characters. Then the size will decrease. So if I compare with the images, the time taken is around 6 to 7 seconds image mapping. But if I compare with the characters, so it's around 2.5 to 3 seconds is a max. That's the reason I came with this generate characters. Whenever I click generate characters, so it will generate characteristics. I mean, it removes all unwanted data from the finger and takes a particular rips and all, and it stores like a characters. And the next one is upload character. That will be, there is a two buffers internally, char1, char2. Char1 will be having the data whichever scanned, whatever generate characteristics, whatever I done, that will stored into char1 buffer. So when I click this one, the char1 buffer will comes to the database. So next one is char2. Char2 is a empty one actually. So it's you don't have nothing. For char2, what we are doing is, from the database we are taking already stored data and pushing it to the char2, and then we are comparing. Download char means char2 from database, it will insert it into the char2 buffer, and when I compare with char1 to char2, it will compare and it gives this data. So here it's EF01 indicates first 2 bytes indicates header, next 4 bytes indicates address, next byte indicates 7. Here 7 means 7 is acknowledgement, 1 is command, 2 is data, 8 is packet end. So by seeing this byte, I'm identifying whether it's instruction or it's a data or it's a end of the data or it's a command. This one we are separating. So this 05 next to 2 bits indicates the length of the packet. This packet length from here. Next indicates 0. This is a single bit which decides that whether it's a mapping one or not. If it unable to map, it gives 8. If it matches, it gives 0. So if unable to transfer the data to char2 or char1, it gives 1. So by seeing this one we are separating. So this is a complete development board and development application um, for fingerprint comparison. So thank you, thanks a lot. The next one which I'm going to explain is RFIDs. These are the RFID tags. So whatever the number is showing is like each and every card is having different numbers, 16 digit different numbers. So that will be scanned through RFID readers will be there. So this is like a keychains, this is like a cards. So you can get it like a pens or whatever the design module type will get it. This is a RFID reader. So whenever we power up this one, so whenever it goes nearby this RFID, it will identify and give some buzzer sound. So these RFIDs will be assigned to each and every gun. And so whenever the user will make some hardware, so whenever he goes nearby that, it will identify and gives the alarm sound. So this is the RFIDs. This is the RFID reader, so which is a very precise one. So this is also sends serial data transfer through USB. For this we have designed some application. It's just for reading data, so it's waiting for. So I'm just placing this RFID nearby that. Whenever I place, so it's given certain data. It's also hex format that I have to convert into decimal and see. So each and every card is having different numbers. So now I'm going to place keychain. When I place keychain, so I got another set of data. So when I place another card nearby that, it's identified, it got whenever I place this one here, so each and every card is having different numbers. So with this different number, so we can identify this I will sync with our original R305 module actually. So currently I have two different applications. One is for RFID, another one is for R305 fingerprint reader. So I will map these two together once it gets finalized. Thank you.